Choosing a research question is a crucial step in any research project. It forms the foundation of your study and determines what you'll be investigating and why. You may be doing this for a university project, such as a dissertation. And this is a crucial step in the process that will set the rest of your project up for success. This video will guide you through some key steps to help you get started. So, the first thing to do is choose a topic. Think about what you are interested in your field. You may already have quite a clear idea of what you would like to research, or you might be overwhelmed with all of the options. You should think about your passions, but also what frustrates you and what you might like to change in the world, as after all, research is about improving practices and ways of doing things. A good way to do this is to create a mind map of your topic. Think widely around the topic and look at how ideas are linked together. Write down all of the ideas that come to mind. Don't worry about whether they're good or bad at this stage, just get everything down on paper. Next, do some preliminary research on each of these topics to get a sense of what's already been done in the field. This will help you avoid duplicating existing research and allows you to identify gaps in the literature. A search engine like Google Scholar or a university library page is a really good place to start this. This is important as it will help you understand what literature is already out there, and if you are doing secondary research, for example a literature review, it will help you determine if there is enough primary research for your topic. As you read through the literature, start asking yourself questions. What's missing? What could be studied further? What's the significance of this topic? How does it relate to practice? Think critically about your topic, and this will help you to narrow down your list of potential topic questions to those that are manageable and you're genuinely interested in exploring. This project is likely to last a long time. I always say it's good to at least be passionate about it in the beginning. Finally, refine your research topic into a question by making it specific, measurable, and relevant. You want a question that's focused enough to be answered, but broad enough to be interesting. Consider which of the 5 question words you can include: who, why, what, when, how. Other things to consider are the population you're interested in, so that's who the research is telling you about. Think about the subject that you're interested in, for example, an intervention or an exposure, particularly if you are performing this literature review on a topic in the health sciences. And also consider what outcomes you are interested in. Researchers are always interested in generating new knowledge, potentially changing the way that we do things. So what in the research that you have chosen are those outcomes? So now we will look at some examples. So for example, this question, what are the benefits of breastfeeding, is too broad. We already have a lot of research about breastfeeding. We're unlikely to bring up anything novel, so new, with this question, and it's unlikely to be better than any other published research from big multinational bodies such as the WHO. When you go to do your search, you will find so many papers about breastfeeding that you will struggle, you'll be overwhelmed. This question, however, is too focused. What are the experiences of breastfeeding for primiparous women over the age of 45? Whereas with the last question, we would have found lots of literature. With this question, we are maybe not going to find enough literature to educate ourselves to do that secondary research. Now, this question is better. What are the breastfeeding experiences of older mothers? So we have a target population, our older mothers. We have the exposures of breastfeeding, which make this a more well-rounded question. There is still some work to be done on it, for example, to define breastfeeding and to define what we mean by an older mother. But with this question, you are more likely to find a suitable selection of literature. Once you have that question, perform another search of the literature. You will always be going back to the literature, and this will help you again determine if your question is relevant and feasible. So can you find any information out there based on your question? So to sum up some key points, start off with a mind map of topics that interest you. Then do a general search of the literature, for example using Google Scholar or a library search page. Then go back and refine your question. And be aware you may need to repeat these steps several times before you have a final question. And it may be that your initial topic and your final question are very far apart, they're very different from each other. And that's really normal and expected in the research process. And in fact, it shows you're engaging with the literature. So there you have it. By following these steps, you'll be on your way to choosing a research question that's both interesting and manageable, and completion of your project. Thanks for watching.